Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kelly, and for today's video I thought we would do a fun reading vlog. These books I have put off for the longest time. You honestly know what they are already by the title, so I'm just going to show you guys. I am reading the Cat and Mouse Duet by H.D. Carlton. So there's Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline. A couple of disclaimers before we get into it. This is a really dark romance series. If you are not above the age of 18, I probably would not recommend reading these or watching this video. I'll probably click off. I have a ton of other videos that you guys can come and watch. But this, I feel like it should be 18 plus. The things I've heard about these books is honestly what made me push these off so much, because I'm terrified and I don't know if I'm going to love them or hate them. I think that there's no in between. Like, you either absolutely love these books with your whole chest or you absolutely hate these books with your whole chest. So I'm not sure where I'm going to lie, but we're going to find out in this video. It is going to be spoilers because I don't know how to film me reading both of these books without spoilers. So if you haven't read these yet, I would click off and then come back when you have. And yeah, I'm very intimidated by these books. Very scared. Also, one last thing. Dark romance is not for everybody. If you don't like dark romance, that's okay. But do not come at the people who like to read dark romance. I feel like there's been so much hate recently from dark romance authors and people who like to read these books. Like I said, they're not for everybody, but as long as you're not harming anybody from what you're reading, it's perfectly okay to read whatever you want. And yeah, just because I love or hate these books doesn't mean you have to. We don't have to have the same opinion. That's why books are so subjective. There could be my favorite book that you hate, and I could hate your favorite book. So just keep that in mind. Let's keep the comments nice. I will delete any rude comments if I get any on this video. And let's get started. It is pretty late in the day right now. It's 4 o'clock. I've been doing some stuff around the house. I'm probably going to start reading in about like 30-ish minutes or so. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm scared. I thought I would vlog it because I'm terrified to read these books on my own. That way we're going through this together. And yeah, that's it. That's really all I have to say. Okay guys, we are starting now. It is hours later. Believe it or not, I'm still procrastinating this book. But I'm going to get right into it now, because if I keep pushing it off I might never read it. So I also downloaded it on my Kindle in case I get tired of holding the book. It's kind of a stiff book, like, you know those books that, like, even if you can see, like, it's a little bit floppy, but like I feel like it's going to hurt my hand a little bit from reading for a while, if that makes sense. So we'll probably switch back and forth. It is on Kindle Unlimited, which I was very happy about. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll give you guys updates throughout me reading it. The only things I know about this series is the MMC and the FMC's names, and that it's a stalker romance. Literally the only thing that I know about this book. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but let's get into it. Alright guys, so I have my first check-in for you guys. I just hit the 100-page mark, so I didn't really make it too far. Also, ignore my hair. It's acting up because I had headphones on. I found a playlist on Spotify with some pretty bomb-ass songs, so I'm really enjoying listening to that while I'm reading this book. But I think I'm going to switch over to my Kindle. Maybe I'll read like a chapter or two. It's getting late and I need to go to bed soon. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things. So I told you guys a little bit of what it's about from what I knew. Zaid is stalking Adeline, and he actually sends her a text message because she is with this guy, and he texts her saying, "Sneaking off with random men, little mouse. If I catch his hands anywhere near you, they'll end up in your mailbox by morning." And she says to herself, "I don't even have a mailbox. My house is too far back from the road, so my mail is just left on my front step. Shouldn't a stalker know that? What a shitty little shadow." So she ends up bringing the guy back to her house. Homegirl What's going on? Why would you bring this guy to your house with that text message from your stalker? It's just so funny. But nothing really too crazy has happened yet. Like I said, I'm only 100 pages in, but I already love Adeline a lot, and I'm excited to keep reading. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to read a couple more chapters, maybe 1 or 2, and then go to sleep. I'm going to be binging this tomorrow. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I thought, what a perfect day, or what a perfect way to spend Valentine's Day than reading a dark romance. Obviously, I feel like that's the best way to spend Valentine's Day. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get further into this tomorrow. I had a rough start, or a late start to my reading night, so that's why I didn't read as much as I normally would. But yeah, I tired myself out. I'll update you guys in the morning or afternoon tomorrow. Alright guys, I have a little bit of an update for you guys. I actually didn't read anymore last night. I got really tired, but I read a little bit today. I'm currently on page 162, chapter 13, and I'm still really intrigued, really enjoying the storyline that this book is going along. So you're basically following, like I said, Zaid and Addie. Zaid is actually, he tracks down human traffickers, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what he does to them. And you're following Addie, who is reading her great-grandmother's journals, and she actually had a stalker as well, so you're basically like reading it. So I feel like this is kind of like a mystery in a way, but I'm really loving the story so far. I don't know how I feel about Zaid yet. I'm pretty sure I probably will love him by the end, but right now I'm iffy on him, and I'm going to continue reading. I'll give you guys a little bit more of an update. Also, I wanted to share that he did send his hand on her doorstep, which we all kind of knew was coming. And yeah, that was Oliver. I'm gonna go continue reading now. That's really all I have to update you guys on so far. Really enjoying it, and I'm really intrigued to keep going. Also, something else that happened that I want to talk about. So Adeline installed, or had a security system installed in her house, right? And guess who owns the security system that she got installed? That's right, Zaid. Zaid owns it. So basically, he's going into her house and like leaving roses around, and she of course goes to check the security cameras to see if she can see who it is, and he owns it. So basically, she got the security cameras for nothing, because all it gives is basically more access from him to be stalking her, which I think is just honestly hilarious. She's not the brightest FMC so far. Like, there's some things that she does I'm kind of like, are you good, girl? Like, her friend has like offered her several times for her to stay at her house, and she's like, no, I'm fine, like I'm good just staying at my own house, like it's cool. There's a stalker, nothing crazy or anything. I don't know, it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's all I have to say right now. I'm going to keep reading. I want to get a decent chunk into the book tonight. Probably how I'm going to spend my Valentine's Day night binging this book, hopefully with some chocolates. Maybe I'll have a little drink, we'll see. But that's a little update for you guys. I am really loving the story so far, so. Hello guys, welcome to day 3 of me reading Haunting Adeline. I didn't update you guys anymore last night, but I did actually get pretty far. I'm like more than halfway through now. I'm on page 311, chapter 23, and I don't really have much to like update you guys on. Right now, Zaid and Addie are like fake dating because Zaid needs like this intel on this really bad guy, so they're going to fake date to like go to this thing to get information on him, because Addie's trying to figure out who killed her great-grandmother, and yeah, they need some other kind of intel on him. So other than that, I don't really have much to add. We still have him stalking her, which not surprised by. I don't know how I feel about this book. The writing is so addicting. Like, I feel myself not wanting to like pick up my phone as much. Sometimes when I'm reading a book, if I like get to an end of a chapter, I'll put the book down and like go on my phone for a little bit. It's a bad habit. I have to stop doing it. But I haven't felt the need to stop reading this book because the writing is so addicting. I'm not sure I like the MMC yet. I'm sure I probably will by the second book. Right now, don't really like him that much, but I am still loving the FMC, even though she's not the brightest. I think I've said this. She's a little delulu, a little not taking him stalking her seriously. And yeah, my plans are to finish this today, hopefully. I'm going to be reading on my Kindle. I'm going to be going out for a little bit, so I'll hopefully get some reading done while I'm out, and then I'll probably finish later tonight. There are like 583 pages, so I have like 200 and something pages left. So hopefully we can finish today, and then we can start. My nose ring has been flipped inside out this whole time. My bad. Hopefully we can start the second one either tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, that's my update. Alright guys, so I have a little bit of an update for you guys. I did read a little bit on my Kindle while I was out today. I think I read like 3 chapters or 4 chapters or something like that. But I am almost done with this book. I'm on page 436. So I have this little chunk left. So I think I'm going to bang this out right now. I also just read chapter 30, and I think I'm going to be haunted for life. I think that chapter scarred me. I don't want to say too much. I don't think I can say too much on here because it was crazy. All I have to say is I will never look at a house of mirrors in my life the same again, or even like a haunted house. I think I'm good with that. I think I'm good never going to the House of Mirrors or a haunted house ever again in my life. So that's my update. I still feel the same. I still feel like I'm flying through this book. The writing and the story is just like capturing me in it, and I'm really, really, really loving it. So yeah, I'm flying through it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not feeling like I want to like take breaks as much as I do with maybe some other kind of books. So yeah, I'll let you guys know my final thoughts once I finish. I'll probably finish it tonight and then start the second book tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm about to finish. I'm on the last chapter, so I thought I would record my reaction to the end. I have no idea how this is going to end, so let's get to it. No, no, no! It's not happening. No, 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 no. No. That was probably a really bad angle. Oh my goodness. He came for me? Does that mean? There's no way that it just ended like that. There's absolutely no way that that's it. I really want to pick up the next book right now, but I woke up early and I'm tired, so I feel like I should wait until tomorrow. But what the where is Zaid? What the heck are you? Oh my goodness, this is not happening. I'll give you guys more of my thoughts tomorrow because I'm at that point of the night where I'm getting a little bit delulu. Not really, I don't know, I'm tired is what I mean to say. So I will give you guys I'm going to save my rating for the book until I finish the second one, just because I want to sit on my rating for it. And yeah. Hello guys, ignore my hair. I look like a wet rag doll. I just got out of the shower. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a reading update. I did not read that much yesterday. I think I read like 2 or 3 chapters. Right now I'm currently on chapter 11, page 141. And I've found myself having to stop reading this book every so often because this book is so much darker than the first one. And I already knew that going into it. But oh my gosh, they were not lying. This book is so heavy. So I've been having to take some breaks here and there. So I've actually been reading it on my Kindle. And then I started reading another book, which I'm not going to get into in this video. I just wanted to tell you guys. Check and mate, a cute little romance in between, because like I said, Hunting Adeline is very dark. Right now we're following Zaid trying to find Addie. Addie was taken by the human traffickers, and her chapters are so dark, and the stuff that's happening to her makes me sick to my stomach because I know that it happens to people in real life, and it's just, it makes me want to cry. I feel like I'm going to cry the further I get into the book. I need Zaid to find her soon. But yeah, that's all the update I have for now. I am going to continue reading this, switching between these two tonight. And yeah, those are all the updates I have. I fear I am not strong enough to read this book. I just got to the 2 months later part, and I was gonna show you guys my raw reaction, but I'm not even kidding you, I was ugly crying. I still am. Like, I have to stop. I'm in the middle of a chapter, but I can't read anymore right now, and I still have 15 minutes left in this one chapter. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm not strong enough for this. Like, I knew that this book was going to be darker than the first one, but the stuff that Addie is going through and what just happened, like, the girl literally saved her, and me crying over, like, this book isn't real, but she saved her, and then she had to kill her. Bro, what the heck is this book, man? I don't think I'm strong enough for dark romance. I think once I compose myself, I'm going to read this for the rest of the night. I'm almost done with it. I started it today and only have like 130-ish pages, but I cannot read this anymore tonight. I need to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm strong enough for dark romance. I knew that this book was, like I said, knew this book was darker. It's literally advertised in the front of the book. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, it is the next day and I'm crying again. I'm back. But 231 pages later, and Zaid finally found her. I'm reading the scene right now, so I thought I would record my reaction a little bit for you guys. I don't know which angle is better. This one? I think I'm gonna keep it over here. I'm here, little mouse. I'm on part 2. Literally the last sentence is I'm safe now, yet it still feels like I'm in hell. Well, my heart breaks for Addie. Honestly, she's another one of the strongest FMCs I've ever read about. The stuff that she had to go through in this book honestly makes me feel sick to my stomach even thinking about it. Made it to part 2. Only took me crying several times to get here, but we did it. Hopefully part 2 doesn't make me cry as much. I wanted to share another thing with you guys now that I got myself together a little bit. Zaid said that she said that she needed to take a shower, and Zaid was like, "You do stink." And she laughed and she was like, "You're supposed to say I smell like flowers." He goes, "Baby, there are flowers out there that smell like straight ass, so sure, you smell like those flowers." Zaid is funny sometimes. I'm back again. I'm being annoying right now. But they're talking, and they're talking about marriage. And she goes, "I don't even know your last name or your birthday." And he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize those things were so important." She said, "Aren't we having a heart-to-heart? Plus, you keep threatening me with marriage. Shouldn't I know your last name?" He goes, "Meadows, baby. Our last name is Meadows." So cute. And then she says, "Yours. Don't get ahead of yourself. You'll be expected to beg." Addie's a queen. Honestly. Love her. It's funny because, like, she'll bite right back at him, which is one of the things I love about her. So, yeah, I love that. An iconic queen. We love someone who ain't afraid to speak their mind. So now they are getting ice cream, right? And he goes, "Do you like ice cream?" She says, "Yes." "What's your favorite flavor?" She goes, "Mint chocolate." He goes, "So toothpaste?" She goes, "It's not toothpaste. They taste nothing alike." Which I'm kind of offended, Zaid, because mint chocolate chip is also my favorite ice cream. And I'm also kind of offended because now I'm craving mint chocolate chip ice cream. Even though I'm freezing right now. Then he ends up ordering mint chocolate chip for Addie and for himself. And he goes, "My entire world revolves around you. If you want mint chocolate chip, then that's what I want too." Zaid, stop saying these things. And she goes, "Do you even like it?" He goes, "I like you." Does that count? He's being so, I don't know, awesome with her. I know, like, from all the things that she went through, she's not really ready. She's not, like, letting him, like, touch her and stuff like that yet. And he's just being so respectful about it, which is making me happy. So, we're doing good right now. This book is making me go from laughing to crying again. Addie just took a shower and she was brushing her hair and she was like pulling on it pretty hard. And Zay goes, "You're hurting your hair, let me brush it." And he starts brushing her hair for her. Why is that the cutest thing ever? Like, when you think about it, you're like, oh, like, it's a little thing, but like the little things are the cutest things, and she's still going through it, like getting used to being back, and he's being so cute to her and is really getting to me. Anyways, so when he finishes brushing her hair, he starts to braid it, and she's like, "Where the hell did you learn to do that?" He said, "Ruby taught me. There was a young girl that I rescued a few years ago, and she wouldn't let anyone else touch her hair but me at first. She loved braids in her hair, so I learned how to do them for her." Hello guys, it is the next night, and I'm still reading Hunting Adeline. I wanted to share a scene that I'm reading right now. So Zayd was washing Adeline, and he carried her out of the tub and set her on the counter, and he was holding her mouth open and brushing her teeth for her because she's still going through it. And I want to cry, but I don't want to ruin my makeup. That scene just really got me. He's brushing her teeth for her. They have me falling. H.G. Carlton has me falling in love with the psychopath. Make it make sense. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. I am probably going to be finishing this tonight, and then in a couple days I will finish off this video and let you guys know my review, like my final thoughts, my ratings and stuff like that. Because I only have, like, let me see, I'm on chapter 36. It says I have like 2 hours left. I'm 76% through the book, so we should definitely be finishing it tonight. Alright guys, it has happened. I have finally finished. I don't know if you can see, hit the acknowledgements page, but I finally finished Hunting Adeline, and I'm at a loss for words on this duet. I still don't know any of my ratings yet. I'm gonna sit on it for probably a day or two, and then we'll wrap up this video. I don't know how much footage I got on this, to be honest. I have never done like a spoiler reading vlog before. Usually if I do like a reading vlog, it won't be on like one book in particular. It'd be on like a couple books, or like a week of my life where I'm talking about whatever I'm reading. But this is new to me. Let me know what other things you want to see in a reading vlog from me. Like if you want to actually see me reading a lot of it. I didn't want to just put it on me while I'm reading for a while. I feel like that would make this video way too long, so I only did it in certain, like when I had something I wanted to talk about. I probably will talk about a couple other things in the wrap-up on what I thought about the books, but the ending was, everything pretty much got resolved. She got her revenge on the people who took her in and stuff like that, which I really loved seeing. I'm really happy that she got her revenge and stuff like that, and I still don't know how I feel about Zayd. Do I condone the stuff that he did in the first book? No. Did I learn to love him in the second book? Kind of, yes. Would I say he's my favorite book boyfriend? Probably not. But the way that he was just so patient, and the way that he cared for her after her getting taken was just so cute, and reading about it made me cry at times, made me laugh, made me like giggle, made me smile. It was just so like heartwarming, like him brushing and braiding her hair and brushing her teeth, like the little things were so cute, and he was just so gentle with her, and I don't know, I did really grow to love him. But like I said, the first book, I do not condone any of the things that he did in that, and it's a dark romance, so if you're not into those kind of things, don't read it. But it's fine if other people did love it, and I will gather up my ratings and wrap up this video in a day or two. Oh, one more thing. Another character that I wanted to talk about. If you have read the Cat and Mouse duet, let me know what you think about Rio. He was the one that helped her get out of the house, basically. And I don't know how I feel about him yet. Like, he didn't do anything to her, but he did. He literally was the one who brought her in. But he was being forced to do it by Claire because Claire had his sister. So I get that, but like, it still doesn't condone him, like, the stuff that he did. I'm still iffy on him as well. Let me know. Do we love him? Do we hate him? What is the deal with that? Also, I think one of my favorite characters in this book is Sibby. She had me absolutely giggling at the things that she was saying, and I think I need to read Satan's Affair. People say they are supposed to read that before this. I did not. It is on Kindle Unlimited, so I think I might read that soon because I absolutely loved her character. She was so funny, and I don't know. I want to learn more about her. Also, where is Sibby? She ran off. Are we getting another book from her or something? Because I think Satan's Affair takes place before the cat and mouse duet. So do we know where she is or not? Also, there is... H.G. Carlton did just release Where's Molly? Which is, if you don't know who Molly is, she is the girl who is writing those diaries that Addie is reading when she was taken in by the human traffickers. That's her. She escaped and she got her own story. I think it's like a novella. I don't think it's that long, so I do want to read that as well soon. Also want to read her other book. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Does It Hurt? I've heard good things about that book as well. I think I just want to go on an H.G. Carlton binge because I read her books pretty quickly. Like, her writing was so good and I want to read more of her stuff. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to hop on and talk about Rio because she let him live. Like, she told Dave that she wanted him to not go after him because, like I said, he did help her escape. And yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about him. I think I've heard people say that he's supposed to get his own book. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard that. So maybe we have to wait for that for him to have his like redemption arc. I just want to know how people feel about him because I'm iffy on him as well. But yeah, I think I really want to read Satan's Affair just for Sibby because she was probably one of my favorite characters in this series. Obviously, Addie is probably my favorite, but Sibby was so close. I love her. She's so iconic. Alright guys, so it has been a couple of days since I finished the cat and mouse duet. I wanted to sit on my thoughts before I gave ratings. I did not rate these until last night on Goodreads because I just wanted to give myself some time. I feel like when I first finish a book, I'll automatically rate it, and then in like a couple days I'll be like, I rated that a little bit too high, or I'll continue to think about the book and I'm like, maybe I'll bump it up. So I wanted to give these books a little bit of time before I rated them, and I'm here to tell you guys my final thoughts. So when I finished Haunting Adeline, I still didn't know if this was going to be for me, but once I jumped into, okay Oliver, once I jumped into Haunting Adeline, I was so enthralled, is that the right word? Enthralled in this story, and this book broke my heart. I was sobbing. I would go from sobbing my eyes out to laughing over something one of the characters said, to crying again, to like giggling over the romance. It was just a back and forth. This book was 10 times darker than Haunting Adeline, and I want to say, if you are thinking about going into these books, please, please, please take these trigger warnings seriously. These books are not for the faint of heart, and they deal with so many dark topics. So yeah, definitely don't read these books if you are under the age of 18, even 21, I would say, because they're very dark. Hunting is a lot darker than Haunting Adeline, but Haunting Adeline is still dark as well. But yeah, I didn't know how I felt about these books after I finished the first one, but after I finished the second one, I knew I was obsessed. H.G. Carlton's writing was so easy to get into. I feel like I was so submerged into the story by like the first chapter. And yeah, I really loved these books. I love Zaid, I love Adeline, I loved the side characters that we had in here, like Adeline's best friend and Sibby. I need to know where Sibby is. Like, the way this book left off, we don't know where she is. Also, I know there is a book called Satan's Affair that is based on Sibby, and you're supposed to read that before these. I didn't, so I think I'm going to read that as well soon. And then Where's Molly just came out, and there are journals in Hunting Adeline from Molly, so that's her book that just came out, and I'm very excited to read that one as well. But I settled on a 4 stars for Haunting Adeline and then 5 stars for Hunting Adeline. This book was so good, so dark. This book felt like somebody ripped my heart out of my chest, threw it in the street, got run over several times, and then someone stitched it back up and put it back inside me. Like, that's what this book felt like. This book put me through the ringer, especially part 1. The things that Adeline went through just broke my heart. And the healing in the second half and how patient Zaid was with her. Oh, so good. So yeah, 5 stars for this one, 4 stars for this one. Overall, I do recommend these if you are into dark romance. If you are not, if you're just into regular romance, I would not recommend these because, like I said, they deal with heavier topics and they're not for everybody, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't like dark romance, that's okay, but let's not hate on the people who do. I've been seeing a lot of hate on dark romance specifically lately, and especially dark romance authors. As long as these books aren't hurting anybody what you're reading, then don't hate on other people for what they like to read. Everybody has different preferences. Let people read what they want, okay? But yeah, those are my final thoughts. My favorite character is probably Adeline and Sibby. Sibby would have me like, there would be a sad scene going on with like Adeline, and Sibby would say something and I'd go from like crying to like cracking up laughing. I loved her character so much. She was so crazy. And I don't know, I adored having her in that book. It definitely made it a lot lighter with the darker topics that were going on. But yeah, overall, I do recommend these. I loved them. And yeah, those are my final thoughts. I don't know if I have anything else to add. But yeah, I really liked these stories and the characters that were in here. H.G. Carlton could become one of my favorite authors as I continue to read more of her books and stuff. So good. I will be thinking about these characters for a long time probably. It's several days later and I still can't stop thinking about some of the things that went on in these books. But yeah, I'm going to stop ranting now. Those are my final thoughts. That is the end of this video. I don't know how much footage I got of me actually reading these books. I'm going to start editing it tonight and get that up as soon as possible. But if I didn't get much of me reading these books, I apologize. This is my first time doing a video where I'm doing like spoiler and like reading vlogs. Normally I'll just do like spoiler free. I will get better as I keep doing these. Let me know what other book series you want me to do, like spoiler free or spoiler reading vlogs. Let me know down below. Let me know actually any other kind of videos you want to see from me in the comments. And that's it. I'm going to stop ranting because this clip is very long, but I love you guys and I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye guys.